Ready. Hello everyone and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Today we're going to be going back in, looking at... Oh yes, we unlocked the Silent last time, but I think we're going to go back to the Ironclad and see if we can't beat this time around. Now that we have Niao, and we can get a little extra boost here at the beginning. Let's see, do we want to get a rare card, transform a card, or get some extra relics, but it adds strikes and defense? I think I'm going to obtain a random rare card. Transform all attacks to giant rocks, did that say? Yeah, giant rocks, okay. So that could be pretty good early, I feel like, with all of the strikes that we have. Because it can just turn our strikes into better attacks, basically. So I'm okay with that for now, but it probably won't play in long term for us. We'd like a later shop, so probably this one or this one. This one lets us fight an elite, but we have to fight the elite to get to it. Let's go... I like this path here. But again, we have to go through this elite to get there. We don't need this early shop, so I'm thinking something like this. And then we'll decide if we want to go fight this elite to this campfire and then to the boss. I don't know this boss. This is a new one for me, so we'll see how that goes. We're gonna learn this guy. But other than that, we'll just get moving. What do we have here? We've got... I say we just take defend, and then let's start off with some primal force and start attacking as heavy as we can. This guy, I don't think he really does much early, so I'm not too worried about him. We should just be able to kill him right here. And nope. Come on. There we go. Still get stuck a little bit on those cards when you accidentally click the wrong one. Flame barrier I feel like is a good block early on for us, so we'll take that. Do some more fighting. Again, we have primal force. I feel like I like that here. Just to do as much damage as we can. I think it actually will just kill you. It will. Perfect. That makes a lot of these early fights really good. Let's see. Molten Fist deals 10 damage. Double the enemy's vulnerable. As we saw last time, I like Setup Strike. It just gives us extra strength. And if we can pair that with our rocks, I think it'll make damage a little bit better too. So I think that's a good take for us. As long as we play that before our other attacks. So we can just... Because I think Bash will kill you. So let's do this. It doesn't kill you. Let's... yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. Either way, we had to kill that one so we wouldn't take the damage. But we're going to get some slimes in the deck, but I'm not too worried about them this early. We can play this, and then if we do this, we'll get a kill on you, and then we can deal with the less smaller slime here. Should be able to kill him pretty easy. Yeah, you should be dead. Perfect. We'll move on, get an attack potion, and I mean, we could just go for the same build we had last time, just a lot of vulnerable and strength, and hopefully we can just outpunch our opponents. Ooh, what do? Vine Shambler. Have not seen you yet, but you are doing some damage, so let's throw up our flame barrier and then just hit you. And then, what do we have? We have skill and an attack potion. I prefer not to use them yet, but we can make you vulnerable. And then we'll take a little bit of damage, but Again, with the Ironclad, we heal a little bit at the end, so I'm not too worried. Ooh, you did something to us, though. Tangled. Attacks cost an extra energy. Will that apply to our giant rocks? I feel like it will. Let's go set up strike. Let's try it, because I think, yeah, it does. Let's go skill potion then. And we'll grab shrug it off just to have some extra block for this turn. That way we don't take too much damage here. I don't like the tangled. That makes it a lot harder to play our cards. We'll flame barrier and we'll just make you vulnerable again. And then hopefully next turn we can do enough to just kill you. 20 damage. If we get our giant rocks, we should be good. We didn't, but I think this is enough. It is. And liquid bronze. I do like thorns. I love when you can just put up a bunch of block and just let them kill themselves on you. I think I'm going to take a whirlwind. That's some good damage and good AoE potential early on. And we're at full health, so why not fight the elite? Okay, I think if I remember right, you turn into a bunch of little guys, so that whirlwind is going to be super helpful in this fight. Right? Yeah, upon dying summons. I think it summons like 3 or 4 little guys. Let's go flame barrier. Set up strike. I know we can't do much with the strength, but it just does more damage than a basic strike anyway, so. Let's see. I don't want to turn you into giant rocks, because we need you if he turns into a bunch of little guys. 5, 10, 15. It won't kill you, but it does a lot of damage, and we should be able to kill you next turn then. Perfect. We get set up strike first, and then we should have the strength to do a little bit more damage to these guys. 8 and 8 is 16, so we can't quite kill any of them right here. But we can spread out a little bit of damage without having to worry about them, and hopefully we can kill 2 or 3 of them next turn. Hopefully they don't all attack. Okay, well, the ones that we hit last time are the ones that are attacking. So let's go, I think, kill. Yeah, we'll kill you, and we'll defend, and we'll just wait for next turn. Hopefully we draw our whirlwind here soon. I think with the whirlwind we can just kill you guys pretty much. Not quite, but it kills one of you. Oh, well. Yeah, it's gonna be better then. Well, we can do defend and then whirlwind. That way we get a little bit of defense. Let's pop this attack potion as well. See if we can't kill another one. Do 4 damage. I don't think that kills either of you, so I think I'll take Mangle just to kill another one. And we'll take a little bit of damage here with the infections, but we should be okay. It's not too bad for an elite fight to end up taking, what, 10 or 11 damage. We started with an extra strength. I do like Vira. Anger. If we can get some better draw, I feel like anger could work. Let's start it. It doesn't hurt with our higher strength. It's going to do a lot of damage for us, so we can do that. I think it just does more damage. Flame barrier could be pretty good. I think whirlwind, though, is our best attack. I think it's good to upgrade it early, especially if we can use it to fight some enemies like this with the higher, or like more AoE type enemies. We might as well play Primal Force here. And 17. So it's 34. I think I can kill you. I cannot kill you, though. Alright. We do take a little bit of damage, but again, not too bad. There we go. We should be dead this turn, not too bad of a fight at all. Hopefully you give us a potion that we can take into this next elite fight. Speed potion, dexterity, that's not terrible. I'd like some blocks of Evil Eye, maybe. We don't have any exhausting cards. But I don't hate having Evil Eye, just as an extra block for now. And hopefully we'll get something that exhausts cards in a bit. Alright, we have the bird. You're doing 16. I never seem to draw my defense when the enemies are attacking. It's almost like it doesn't want me to be able to defend. We'll have to defend a little bit here. And we'll take this and hit you with a giant rock. And take a little bit more damage, unfortunately. But it's not too bad. Again, we heal a little bit with the Ironclad, so I'm not too worried about taking some damage early on. Hopefully we can make it through this pretty easy. Put up some block. Some more block and just hit you with an anger, and you'll take a little bit more damage on each of the flame barriers. And set up strike, trample. Giant rock does not kill you. Are you sure it doesn't? It does, because it didn't calculate in the vulnerability. That's good, because we were about to take a lot of damage, and that would not be good. Let's see here. Oh, again, we just don't exhaust cards yet. Pommel strike. Could do some better draw to help get anger around. I think I like Thunderclap just to keep enemies vulnerable and do as much damage as we can. We really need some better blocks, though. Let's go here. Sparkling Rouge. At the start of your third turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. It's not too bad. Go here and try and fight this elite up this way. Go defend. And I think we go Primal Force. I know Whirlwind is very good, but we can just kill you and not take any damage. And then we can just focus you down in the turns now. And we should be able to kill you within a turn or two, hopefully. You are doing quite a bit more damage, but anger, strike, and striking, you're dead. So it doesn't even matter, because you're already dead. Fiend Fire, exhaust your hand. Deal 7 damage for each card exhausted. It's not really an exhaust that I was looking for, because it doesn't really allow us to play off of our other exhaust cards. Like Evil Eye, because it would just exhaust this. So I don't know that that really helps us. I think just Inflame, gain more strength. It doesn't hurt to be stronger. I do know that you are not fun to fight, and you're very strong, and you hit very hard. But we should be able to get pretty strong and just hit you, hopefully hard and early. You're not doing much yet, so just keep hitting you. You're already down to 51. And you're up 10 strength. You're going to do 25. Can I kill you if I get my strength up? Let's see. 11. You're not vulnerable anymore, which sucks. 10, 10. So you do 12, 24, 11 is 35. Not quite enough. Not enough. Let's just do this then and block as much as we can, and hopefully next turn we'll get some things that can be better. I think Tremble does pretty good to make you vulnerable. And Anger, and then Whirlwind I think kills you. It does, perfect. It was not too bad at all. Sturdy Clamp, up to 10 block persist across turns. That could be pretty good if we can get some good blocks. We can start building some up. I think we might have to just take Iron Wave here. Oof, but Brand. We lose an HP, but we get to exhaust a card and gain 1 strength. Actually, I think I like Brand. I know we need blocks, but Iron Wave is not exactly a good block. And this allows us to play into our exhausts a little bit and our strength. So I think that works very well for us. Let's go. We have a lot of money. Let's go to the shop and see what he has for us. You have another Whirlwind. I do like Pantograph, because it basically allows you to be full health at each boss. Parrying Shield. If you end a turn with at least 10 block, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. That's not bad. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. Alright. I think I'm leaning between one of these two. The Gambit, if you take unblocked attack damage, okay, that's dangerous and scary. Let's see. So we want to up to 10 block persists. If you end a turn with at least 10 block, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. We don't have a ton of good blocks, unfortunately. And there's none in the shop here. Oh. Let's take... screw it. Let's take the shield. Alright. Do we want another Whirlwind in the deck? I don't know if this is Ceremonial Beast. I assume that is not probably an AoE boss, so I think we don't need it. Hopefully we can make it by without. These guys didn't give us a problem last time. Alright, so we can exhaust a card, gain 1 strength, but we lose an HP. We're gonna take some damage, I think, this turn. But we can do this and exhaust a strike. And then 10 damage to all enemies 4 times. So that's 40 damage. And then we're going to take 8 though. I think we're going to take 8 either way, because the giant rock is not better. So I think Whirlwind is just our best bet here. Yeah, it leaves him alive. But unfortunately, there's not much that we can do. But you should be dead this turn anyway. So not a great outcome. Taking a little bit of damage there, but that's alright. We'll make it work. Alright, we do need blocks, so we'll take Taunt and apply some more Vulnerable. Hopefully on especially single enemies, it should be pretty good. We really are just not drawing very many blocks. Let's gain some strength, and this applies to vulnerable either way, but this one also does damage, so we might as well do that, and then keep you vulnerable for as long as we can. Keep our strength up. We can brand, cut a strike for now, and then just Whirlwind for as much as we can. And you are dead next turn, because if we can't do 2 damage, then we probably deserve it. Perfect. I don't even know what your name was. Cure All. We've got gain energy, draw 2 cards. Molten Fist. We are putting up a decent amount of vulnerable now. That's what we have. We can double their vulnerable, so like the boss, we could make them vulnerable for a long time, hopefully. And 10 damage is not bad. Havoc can play into our exhaust, but we really don't have that many exhaust cards at this point. Like we have one. We have this exhaust. And this gives us extra block if we have exhausted a card. So that could be good, but I think you exhaust anyways, so you're just as good, I think, for us. What do we want to upgrade, though? What does Primal Force do? Giant Rock Plus is just more damage out of our rocks. It's 2 strength. It was pretty good. That's just 14. That's 8 block and 2 vulnerable. Let's gain 2 strength off of Brand. It's a 0 cost. We're going to play it probably as much as we can. Ceremonial Beast. You intend to buff. Well, we'll make you vulnerable and just hit you as hard as we can on turn 1, because we really didn't draw anything good. Let's gain Thorns for this. We can Brand, cut Strike, set up Strike. Let's drink the Cure-All as well. And we'll say Bash and just a basic defend. Not great. We're going to take some damage, but I think we have some tempo on him. Able to deal some good damage, hopefully. You're going to do 20. Let's go Flame Barrier and Flame. And Anger. What is this? 150. Wow, the first time Ceremonial Beast's HP reaches 150 or below, it becomes stunned. Okay. So we're gonna stun you. We can make you vulnerable. Then Molten Fist. And then defend as much as we can. I think you're gonna be stunned anyways, so I don't think that does much. Yeah, it doesn't help us any, and I think that doesn't exhaust, but no real point in playing it. It's not going to do anything for us. Alrighty, what do we have now? We can bash to make you vulnerable, and then might as well do Whirlwind for 21. Does that exhaust? It does not exhaust, so we're good there. What's this? You can only play 1 card this turn. That is not good. Well then, I think it just has to be defend, right? That'll block most of their attack, and ugh, that's rough. That would have been a good turn if we could have played any of them. Thunderclap to make you vulnerable. The Angers for sure. And then we just play everything we can. And we're going to take a little bit more damage, but we'll definitely kill you next turn and should be fine. Oh, yeah, we are going to kill you. Good. Jeez, I didn't think we were going to have enough attack there. But Ceremonial Beast has been defeated. We get 100 gold, a Gambler's Brew, and another brand. I don't like losing that much HP if we don't have to. First time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. That could be pretty good. It's a power, so once you play it, it's basically out of the deck. We are getting pretty thick, so I think we should find some merchants to cut cards, maybe. There's 3 options along that way. No real elites, though, if we take it. We could fight this elite, but then we can't get back over to the campfires or that shop. Let's see what Pale, the melting dragon, has. Is he made out of wax? Let's see here. What do we have? Pale's horn. Add 2 relax to your deck. What does that do? 15 block. Next turn, draw 2 cards. That's pretty. And it exhausts. And with our power, we would actually gain 30 block if we played it as our only card that turn. We can sacrifice card, so that could be pretty good. First time each combat. I think we'll go with the wings. If we can sacrifice cards, because we've already got a pretty full deck. But I feel like we need to add still. I don't feel like our deck does enough to really get there. Because we're going to have to cut a lot of our deck is strikes and defense still. Let's take the horn. They're good blocks, and it plays in with our power to be able to double the block every turn. So we can go. Let's go. I don't think we need. But it would be good to play it though, because we get 2 cards and 2 energy next turn. So let's go vulnerable and then relax. And then next turn we'll have more energy. We'll get some extra cards. Whirlwind. That is not a great card for you to have, but let's see. We can set up strike. Actually, let's make you vulnerable first. Set up strike. I should have played in flame first. Yes. Do we play the Gambler's Brew? Is there a good attack that we could get? Not really. Molten Fist is probably our best attack. I don't think it's worth the potion to get that. So I think you just... No point really in playing the blocks, but, you know, it is what it is. We cannot let him leave with our Whirlwind, though. So we're going to have to do something here. We can... Molten Fist will keep you vulnerable for a little bit. We can brand and probably just cut Tremble. I don't think it's necessary for us. And then, yeah, we should be able to kill you next turn. We'll take a little bit of damage, but we'll heal that back. And you are, in fact, already dead. All right, and we're definitely going to take our Whirlwind back. Gain energy, gain an additional energy at the start of your next... That's a pretty good potion. And let's see here. Shrug it off, I like that. We need some more blocks. And they'll be good for us. Stomp, deal 12 damage, cost 1 less for each attack played this turn. So that could work in with our angers. Especially if we add another one to the deck here. I think we need to cut a strike, though. We just have too many cards right now. These are now priced out. A block potion. I like it better than our dex potion or speed potion, but I think I would rather add in these 2. Fuck it, we've got a thick deck. We're gonna have a thick deck in this one with the Ironclad, and it's just gonna have to be the way it is. Pendulum, whenever you shuffle your draw, that does not help us because we have a lot of cards. Let's see. Remove 2 strikes. Add ultimate strike. Okay. This will cut down our deck a little bit. I I feel like we've actually done pretty good adding blocks lately. I think an ultimate strike with our energy in the vulnerable, it's going to scale a little bit better than the standard. And we have no money, and I don't really care for hemokinesis here. So let's keep moving. What do you guys do? Hard to kill. Reduce all damage taken to 9 HP. Lost. Okay. So we can only hit you for 9 each turn, or... let's see here. So bash does 9. Anger does 7. Okay. Well, let's do this, 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 and you are unfortunately on 1 HP. I don't really want to exhaust this card. Man, it's so hard to end up playing that when all of your other attacks are better than a giant rock, really. Man, we're gonna take a lot of damage this turn, though. This might actually be a good time to use Gambler's Brew and get 2 new cards in the deck. You know what? Shrug it off. That at least stops some of the damage. We'll still take 3, but that's not bad. We can heal out 3 damage. Let's see. So we can do dun dun dun, unmovable and taunt. That might be our best bet here. Don't think vulnerable's gonna deal too much for us, just because they can only take 9 damage, which kind of counters us pretty well, unfortunately. We can gain 16 block again. Vulnerable doesn't help us too much, but it's quite a bit of block. We're already stopping the damage, so might as well just do as much damage as we can. Whirlwind for 3. That should kill you. If not, then anger will. Perfect. Alright, we're not putting up a lot of blocks, so I'm not worried about Body Slam. Havoc could work. Especially since our deck is very thick. Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna have a ton of cards. Whenever you play a power deal, we do not play enough powers for that to be worth it, I don't think. So, especially since I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to a shop to cut the decay. Let's go to this campfire here. We have a lot of relics already, so I don't know that we need to be fighting too many elites at this point. Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade. Does this get cheaper? It does. That makes that a lot easier to play. And that would really help our block strategies, since none of them are very good. Let's play Havoc. Alright, it plays Relax for free. That's not great. In fact, that's actually kind of really bad. Let's get our angers going. We might as well make you vulnerable. And yeah, we'll just go from there. That was a really bad first turn. Not really any good attacks there. We already have 10 block. because of our shield, right? Or no, we have the... This one. This one blocks, has 10 block. Whenever you end a turn with at least 10 block, we deal 6 damage as well. We have 5 energy this time. So let's play Anger. We should have played Setup Strike first. Thunderclap. That makes Stomp free. We should have played Tremble first. And then, okay. Still have to get the order down on a lot of these, but we're getting through. But we should be able to kill most enemies pretty easily. That's going to do 30 to each of you. That'll kill the minion and do a lot of damage to the main guy. And then next turn we should be able to kill you pretty easy. We still haven't taken any damage here, so I'm not too worried about it. If we do Primal Force, we'll get 3 giant rocks, and I think that should just kill you and your summon won't even matter. Perfect. That was not bad at all. Let's see here. Fuck it, why not? It's a good attack, and the next one plays for 0. I don't know if that would work with Whirlwind, will it? I doubt it. I highly doubt we would want to use that with Whirlwind, because I think it would just play for 0. Who are you? The Knowledge Demon. So not the same guy we fought last time, the Sandworm. Good, because he ate me last time, and I would really like to get to Act 3. Let's see, 15 damage to all enemies. Does this give 2? No, it only stays at 1 vulnerable. You give 3 vulnerable, which isn't bad. This, you double enemies vulnerable. I think we can make Flame Barrier better. And we have a little bit of money, so let's go to the shop and try and cut another strike. And stone armor could be pretty good for us. It could help us build up some damage or some block. However, I also really like bludgeon as a big attack, especially if we could pair it with, which with a thick deck it's hard, but with Unrelenting we could do a lot of damage in one turn if we can make them work. I'm not sure that we will be able to get them to work, but we'll try it. Alright, you're the big louse. Let's see here, we can go Brand, and we can exhaust a basic defend. We can shrug it off, and I think we just play bludgeon rather than trying to build up the vulnerable, just because it's so much damage. Let's see, we can taunt you. Might as well do this just to get the damage. And we exhausted a card so we can block for no reason, basically. Let's see. Once these all do 1. Let's go Thunderclap. Havoc. Plays Bash. I don't hate that, getting exhausted. And then if we Inflame, Ultimate Strike, and then Stomp, and you have 1 health left. Oh, no, because you take 6 from something. Oh, yeah, that's right. If we have 10 block, then you take 6 damage. Perfect. Headbutt, back and anger could really work to help build those a lot faster. Yeah, let's do a headbutt. Why not, right? We've already got 30 cards, we might as well keep adding to them. 12 damage out of that. I think just upgrade Bludgeon, make it do even more damage. Especially if we can get it to pair with our other one better. Play our Angers, play the Bludgeon, and play the Defend for no reason. Oh, we choose a card? Ew, I don't like either of you. At the end of your turn, take 6 damage. Draw 1 few. I don't mind drawing. We have such a big deck, but taking 6 damage, I think, just probably kills us. Let's take 1 fewer card. I think we can make our way through that. Mix some of this. We might as well gain 2 strength as well. Probably should have played that on turn 1, but that's okay. Alright, let's go Taunt, Molten Fist. Let's go Radiant Tincture so we can play Relax. There we go. And then we'll get 1 extra energy for 3 turns. So we're at 6 energy this turn. That is very good. We'll play Unmovable. We'll play Shrug It Off. And then we can play Brand. No. Let's play Unrelenting. Stomp. Do we just brand and get rid of Thunderclap? Or do we cut Primal Force because we're not really using it anyways, and then we can hit with Thunderclap still on this turn? I think, what was it, Primal Force is probably a card that we can cut if we get a chance to, just because we're not really using it, to be honest. Just do as much damage as we can. Good turn to draw no blocks when you are going to do this. Alright, we cannot take Sloth because we have to play more than 3 cards, so it's late enough in the fight that I don't think this is going to hurt us too bad. We do get double the block from this, so I don't hate that, right? Why did that not? First time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. Okay, maybe it was only supposed to do... I see. Havoc, might as well. Plays a bash again, I don't hate that getting exhausted. We can throw... Yeah, let's just headbutt, throw an Anger back on top, and then Whirlwind. And then we don't take any damage from you this turn, and I'm honestly not too worried about the rest of this fight, because you are already dead. Nice. So we get to Act 3 for the first time. Yay! Alright. Now we get to see what Act 3 is going to look like. Duplicator. This turn, your next card is played an extra. Okay, so like that. 1-2 punch. Your next attack is played an extra time. I like that, actually. That can do a lot of damage with Bludgeon. The Queen. We'll fight the Queen. I do not know the Queen. Let's see, who are you? No new Pepe. Haven't had a visitor in a millennia. Let's see, Glitter. Enchant all cards with... What does Glam do? Plays this card an additional turn. Oh, Apotheosis is so good, though. Upgrade all your cards and exhaust. Two or fewer cards in a turn take half damage. Yeah, I think it's got to be Apotheosis. Apotheosis is just such a good card. Alright, do we just hug the right wall again? There's a shop. We have a little bit of money. 3 campfires if we need to rest, and another late shop. I don't feel like we have to fight any elites, so I think I'm okay going kind of the coward's way along the edge here. Let's play Apotheosis because it's a very good card. Just upgrades everything in our deck for all of this combat. I think if we upgrade it, at least in the first game when you upgraded it, it was 1 cheaper, which would be very good. Let's go. Can we just kill the... No, he's got 25 block. At the start of your turn. Yeah, so we need to kill you first, probably. So let's go here. Bash. Set up strike. And we're going to take a decent amount of damage, but it's unfortunately inevitable. Let's see, we have Bludgeon and Ultimate Strike and Molten Fist. I think Bludgeon just kills you, but it means that we take 6 damage, which I would prefer not to do, especially since we can just kill you. That would have been great if we could have gotten it with Bludgeon. But I think for now we just whittle you down a bit. You should be pretty dead this turn, except that you're not, because we apparently don't have any attacks this turn. So you will die now, though, right? Correct. Yes, correct. You are dead. And we are... It is such a thick deck, but my goodness. We're going to be strong. Apotheosis, just play it. Unmovable, play it. Brand, cut the defend. Yes? Yeah, cut the defend. And we can't play Unrelenting, so we're done with this turn. Didn't do any damage, but I think we have good tempo on you. Especially 45. Your next 2 attacks are played an extra time. If I play Duplicator after 1-2 punch, will it play Bludgeon 3 times? These are the types of science questions we need to learn. It does. That is great. That is very good to know. Yes, we're going to take 12 damage, but you are basically now dead. Okay, so that is good to know that that stacks. It plays an extra time, not just 2 times. True Grit? Sure. We're gonna have like 50 cards in this deck by the time that we are done here. We have 166 gold. Do we want any of these cards? Juggernaut, Bloodletting, Armaments, Headbutt, and Pillage. I would say no. So let's cut our last strike card and be on our way. Are you? This enemy intends to apply a debuff. Powers are afflicted with Galvanized. I don't know what that does. Oh. Player takes 6 damage from this. Okay, so when we play our powers, we'll take 6 damage. This is not a good turn, because I want to play Apotheosis. But we kind of need to block. I think we just have to block, and then make you vulnerable and hit you with an anger. That's unfortunate, because Apotheosis is probably our best card, but we just couldn't play it there. Let's see, let's brand, cut the defend. Okay, so it'll take 6 damage if we play Flame too. True Grit exhausts another card. next attack is played twice. So we can go 1-2 punch, and then Unrelenting will do a decent amount of damage for us. And then just Flame Barrier, I guess. We're gonna take some damage. Not too much. Okay, oh, and it carries over to the next. That is so good. Oh, that is great. So we can play Bludgeon for free, and it just kills you. Oh, that's good to know that that carries over to the next turn. It's not just that turn. Okay, I don't think we need to add any more. We have so many cards. No. Sure, we'll lose 15 HP to upgrade some cards, even though Apotheosis is good, just because it makes it a lot easier to play on our first turn. We might as well rest here since we don't really need to upgrade. Apotheosis was really our last upgrade target. So I think we can take some of these question marks. Permafrost, the first time we play a power, gain 6 block. We don't play a ton of powers, but might as well. I think we can... What is Royal Poison? Start of your combat. Each combat lose 4 HP. I think we can just lose the HP and get a relic. Kick the Warlord Knight in the face. That's right, we beat up knights around here. Yeah, we got rid of him. They dump the poison tea, and you discuss tactics and secrets all night. What did we get? We got Unceasing Top. Not too great for us because we have so many cards, but we'll see if it comes into play. Again, we might as well... I think we have one more shop, right? We do. We're going to rest at these campfires because we don't need to upgrade. So we might as well lose the HP for money. And just rest. We're basically at full health, and hopefully as long as this fight goes alright, we should be at full health at the end as well. Apotheosis is very good. We can go Molten Flame, deal 15 damage. You're not vulnerable. I think we might just inflame and defend, and then Molten Fist. It blocks all the damage, and we weren't going to do much damage to him anyways. We can go Unmovable, defend, and then yeah, just defend again. Block as much as we can. We really would like to get something that lets us do some damage to you. We can go Tremble. Does this reduce? Okay, so every turn his goes down. Let's go Inflame, then set up Strike. And then just keep whittling away at him, I guess. He did get pretty strong there, though. I think we can brand... Just cut Primal Force. We don't end up using it, like, ever. Bash, Anger, True Grit is going to not kill our taunt because we played it. We played it before we drew because of Unceasing Top. We drew. That's why we drew. 1-2 punch. We need block though. So I think taunt to keep you vulnerable, and then that blocks everything, and then you're going to take some damage from Flame Barrier, and your plating keeps getting lower, so it's easier to hit you. Havoc, might as well. Plays an Anger, I love that. Free Anger in the deck. Shrug it off to get a Bludgeon, which is great, and is going to be our play. And now you are almost dead. So we should be pretty much at full health after this fight even. 1-2 punch, setup strike should kill you. In fact, it just killed you straight away anyways. Might as well add another setup strike. We'll go to this here. Boom, bum, bum. Might as well take an extra potion into this fight. I don't think I'm too worried about cutting cards at this point. It's not going to help much. So I think an extra strength potion could be very good for us. Do we just add another taunt just to keep vulnerable up? Might as well. We have so many cards. Adding one more is not really going to hurt anything. I don't know that smithing is really going to help us either because we're going to play Apotheosis right away. So I don't think this really... It doesn't do anything for us anyways. Alright, the Queen. So you have a minion, Torchhead Amalgam. You're going to do 18... Okay, so you will leave if we kill the Queen anyways. Well, Apotheosis is definitely your first play. Flame Barrier. And then we should be able to headbutt. I want to try and kill you, probably. Let's headbutt back Flame Barrier for next turn, because it's probably our best block. We should also play this. We'll save that for later. Oh, what's this? First 3 cards drawn each turn are afflicted with bound. Only 1 bound card can be played each turn. Okay. Okay. Well, it has to be Flame Barrier, probably. Shrug it off. If it pulls Defend, I don't hate that. Just gets it out of the way. And once you start attacking me, you might be in trouble. We can Inflame and Bludgeon. We have 9. But Taunt. Maybe we Taunt you and Bludgeon, because it gives us a little bit of block. You're making us really weak, though. Okay. But we're going to take some damage, unfortunately. Oh, we're not doing so hot here, I don't think. We can go set up strike to gain strength. Anger. And Primal Force, will it will let me play these then. Let's drink an attack potion and see if we can't kill you. There's a chance we draw anger off of this. I think this is our only shot, really, of killing you. Yeah, it didn't work, but we're gonna take another 22, but you are dead now. And then we really just need to get through you. Let's Inflame, Brand, cut the Defend, and then Unrelenting Force just kills you. And then we just have to whittle down the Queen. I think we're looking pretty good, however, they will be doing a lot of damage to us. That's 35. That is a lot of damage. And we have not played our Unmovable yet. Oh, we don't have any energy left. I should have played that turn, probably. Okay. Okay, so we have 7 energy. We can play Unmovable, play a setup strike, play an Anger, taunt, defend, evil eye, headbutt back, an anger. Or a taunt. Or evil eye. I think taunt. Okay, so we block everything this turn. This is going to be getting into the math on this one. Havoc, just play it. Setup strike is pretty good. Taunt to keep you vulnerable, and Giant Rock just to do as much damage as we can. Oof. This is going to be close. That is 50 damage. That is way too much damage. I definitely need to drink this. Flame Barrier. It's 33. Okay, I think we survive if we play Flame Barrier. And then I think we just inflame to get a little bit stronger to try and outrun this weakness that they have on us. We do survive, but not with a lot of health. 28, that's going to be tough again. We might be dead here, folks. Yikes. I think unless we draw a block here, which we did not, I think we are dead. Oh, that sucks. Oh, we were so close. Oh, we just needed like a little bit more block. And I think the deck being so thick just really screwed us on that. We just had so many cards to get through that we just couldn't draw the ones that we needed when we wanted them. Primal Force, we got it early and it never really helped us. Man. Alright, well. We got to the Act 3 boss this time, but next time we'll kill him. Next time we'll get him. But thank you for watching, and if you want to see more Slay the Spire and other games, you can go ahead and drop a like and a subscribe, and we'll come back to this and some other games, and you can always check them out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.